watching the RWL YouTube channel.
Friends, fans, and fam, we're back with the second half of tonight's Holiday Road special. The whole RWL broadcast staff is in the booth, and we're ready to get rolling for more outstanding matches, including 2 championship matches.
And tonight's main event, something extra special, as the Road Warriors will face Kane and World Heavyweight Champion The Undertaker in a tag team main event.
All that, and one I've been waiting on, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff faces Mid-Atlantic Champion Ox Baker in a bid to get the belt back that he lost in October.
All that and well now, coming up first, here's one that everybody's been waiting for. Timeless Toni Storm, once again challenging Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote one-on-one, this time for the Japan 5-Star Women's Championship.
With their match at Black Friday for the Joyce Grable Memorial title having ended in a draw, fans are intrigued as to see which one would actually get a clean win. Well, tonight they've got a 20-minute time limit in this matchup for the Japan 5-Star Women's Championship. Timeless Toni Storm and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote about to start up the second hour right now.
Welcome back, fans. Our second half opening match, scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, is for the Japan 5-Star Women's Championship.
Well, folks, would you clap your eyes on timeless Toni Storm sporting a sequined black outfit with red gloves, and I'm not even sure what the hell that thing is. It's supposed to be a vest or something, but definitely sporting a different look for this rematch with Liberty Bell Danielle. I don't know if the outfit's going to be all that much help. After all, the last time they met, it ended in a time limit draw, which is why this match is going to be 20 minutes long.
Yeah, I mentioned that before on Rage. I was talking about that earlier. We figured it might be a better chance we'll get a clean winner with a 20-minute time limit.
Kinda wild that Toni was willing to settle for the Japan 5-Star Women's belt, but she really had her heart set on the Joyce Grable Memorial title. But Danielle stuck to her guns about that, going with the J5 Women's belt, since Toni said she didn't care which title Danielle's gonna put up, as long as they can wrestle one more time. Not sure if Toni's just saying that, or if she's on some kind of weird trip about Danielle, because both them things are possible. Talented woman, but kind of strange and unaccountable. But I guess that's what's made her so popular over in AEW.
She's definitely not cut from the usual cloth. And yes, Christy, it's not clear whether Toni Storm is playing mind games with Danielle, or if she is being genuinely strange. But either way, at least there's no overt hostility between them, which is a refreshing change from Danielle's usual rivals, looking to humiliate her at best, or sideline her at worst.
Again, Tex, you spend more time with Danielle than any of us. So has she let you in on her thoughts about Toni Storm? It's just the kind of thing anyone would want to know.
She respects Toni Storm for her talents, but at the same time, she kind of thinks she's a little bit weird.
Well, who could blame her? All of Toni Storm's wild talk about exchanging energies and it being some sort of crazy cosmic experience. Well, hey, that kind of stuff makes my head explode. All sorts of different dynamics at play in this Japan 5-Star Women's Championship matchup, but one thing is certain. Given the talent of both Danielle Heathcote and timeless Toni Storm, we are guaranteed one excellent match, just like they gave us at Black Friday.
Yeah, but will we get a winner?
The challenger from the Gold Coast of Australia. Please welcome timeless Toni Storm. Her opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She is an RWL Ladies Triple Crown Champion and the Japan 5-Star Women's Champion, All-American Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote.
The crowd here in Nashville just about as animated as we've seen them all evening for this Japan 5-Star Women's Championship matchup.
The last match at Black Friday got them a lot of attention. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a lot of eyes on this one too. I gotta admit, nice new outfit Toni Storm's sporting. Well, outfit ain't gonna help her win no damn match. Willie Johnson sounds the bell, and here we go. They lock it up, collar and elbow center ring. Toni Storm grabs a hold of the leg and drag and screw. Liberty Bell Danielle rounded up by Toni Storm. There's a second one. Oh, she snapped the leg too. I think I see the strategy right here. She's gonna work on the lower limbs for a while. Toni Storm goes behind, a little bit of a gator roll here. Slams Danielle face first down to the mat. Goes back to it a second time. And it's like Noah doing everything by twos. Huh. Okay. A third gator roll to Danielle from timeless Toni Storm. Slammed down to the mat again. Toni Storm with her foot on the hand of Danielle and then stomps on the shoulder. Oh, man. Well, a little chokey. I'm afraid this one's gotten a little bit aggressive already. Toni Storm over way up on the top turnbuckle. Danielle late. Oh, she's slowly making her way to a standing position here. And here we go. Boom. Off the top rope crossbody. Here's a cover and a hook of the leg right away. One. Just a one. Only just a one. Danielle locked up by Toni Storm. Once again whipped to the rope. An elbow takes her down. Toni Storm misses with the double boot stomp. Danielle gets a hold of her fisherman suplex with a pin here. One. Just a one. Almost a two. Like a 1.9. Head first. Elbow right to the top of the dome. From Danielle to Toni Storm now into an armbar stretch. Well, the momentum has just finally shifted towards Danielle. Gets a hold. The fisherman suplex again. Toni Storm kicks out of that one. Low drop kick takes Toni Storm right back down to the mat again. Danielle out on the trail here, winds up the arm on Toni Storm and snaps it. Oh, man. Well, nobody said it was going to be easy. Clubbing overhand right to the head of Toni Storm. Danielle with a drop toe hold and into a leg stretch. Referee says too close to the rope to break it up. Toni Storm favoring that knee. Danielle rounds her up. Goes behind, one-arm suplex. Sent her rolling ass over Tika. Liberty Bell Danielle working the crowd here in Nashville. Toni Storm rounded up again. Whip to the ropes. Toni Storm puts on the brace, delivers an elbow to the leg, walks up with Liberty Bell Danielle. Drives a knee into the midsection. There's an axe kick to the back of the head. Again, the Japan 5-Star Women's title up for grabs here. Hard shot from Toni Storm. A second forearm. Toni Storm locks up Danielle. Another knee to the midsection, followed up with another axe kick. Danielle rolls out to the floor. Toni Storm all the way up on the top turnbuckle. Big time cross body off the top on the outside. Toni Storm countered by Danielle. The referee starts the count. Liberty Bell Danielle with Toni Storm up over the shoulder. Oh man, head first into the lip of the barricade. Man. Liberty Bell Danielle back inside the ring. The ref continuing to count Toni Storm. He does not look pleased. Danielle starts to count all over again, comes out, catches a crossbody from Toni Storm out on the floor. Well, timeless one. Makes her way back inside the ring. Danielle trying to make a grab for her. Probably not a good idea. A kick, a chop. And look at this, a cravat suplex. And timeless Toni Storm to Liberty Bell Danielle. Toni Storm gets a hold of Danielle by the wrist and ankle, drags her towards center ring. Moves back in, misses with the right. Danielle locks her up, gets a hold on her, lays her up against the ropes. Let's see where this goes. Bouncing Toni Storm off those ropes with hard forearm shots to the back. Goes behind on her rear waist lock, delivers another shot to the back. Toni Storm whipped to the ropes. Danielle misses her move. Toni Storm puts on the brakes, gets a hold of Danielle, whips her to the far left corner, running butt splash. Danielle puts her in the corner, another low drop kick, brings her right out of it. Here's another cover. 1, 2. Okay. Danielle getting the right shoulder up pretty quick. Harmless Toni Storm trying to work the crowd here. Storm gets a hold of Danielle. Whip to the ropes. Here she comes, another hard shot for the chest fixer down. 1, 2, and yet another near fall. We've had a couple of them already. Harmless Toni Storm with a kick to the back of the head of Danielle, with a kick to the side, locks up Danielle. There's a kick to the midsection. What we got here? Off the oh, that was a nasty neck breaker right there. Harmless Toni Storm makes her way over the top turnbuckle. Danielle laid out center ring, and there's another diving crossbody off the top. Again, the momentum has shifted. Harmless Toni Storm firmly in control of things at the present time. There's a kick to the head from Danielle. Trying to turn things around pretty quick here. Toni Storm rolls out of the way. Look at this here. Wheelbarrow stunner. Oh, man. Neither one of them are playing around. Toni Storm and Danielle both on the outside. There's another dragon screw. The Liberty Bell Danielle. A kick to the back of the head. Willie Johnson counting. Oh, a sleeper hold on the outside. You won't get a win like that, but you can wear her down. Toni Storm locked into that sleeper, but counters with a jawjacker and finds her way out. Willie Johnson trying to get him back inside the ring. And finally succeeds in doing it. Danielle rolls back inside. Toni Storm deciding to take the long way home. Well, the hell with that, she's taking the scenic route. Willie Johnson trying to get her back inside Liberty Bell. Danielle finally getting back to a standing position as Toni Storm gets back inside the ring. They lock it up. Danielle whips Storm to the ropes. Goes behind into the sleeper hold again, and went all the way with it, all the way down, and practically a rear naked choke. The referee checking things out. Toni Storm flailing. Danielle releases the hold. Toni Storm may be out. Danielle rounds her up, flip over neck whip. And now quickly going for another cover. 1, 2. Well, that is blind to do it. Liberty Bell Danielle retains the Japan 5-star women's title.
Here's the time, 6 minutes and 56 seconds. Your winner and still Japan 5-star women's champion, Liberty Bell Danielle.
Well, damn it, finally one of them picked up a win. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more RWL Holiday Road in just a minute. All right, good people, let's pick up with one more solid ladies match. And we are in Nashville, the hometown of sensational, scary Sherry Martel. Tonight without Too Short. Happy to hear that, aren't you, Myron? Facing Jody Vorek, the Memphis Millionaires, one-on-one.
Thank God that rat bastard took Christmas off.
The next match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, representing Bell Unlimited from right here in Nashville, Tennessee, sensational Sherry Martel.
Sherry Martel, certainly having been anything but quiet since the tournament in September, where she definitely made her presence known.
Oh, God, did she make her presence known in that horrible outfit?
I remember, Tex. But Sherry Martel, in her basic black this evening, much to the mercy of our eyeballs, set to go up against the Memphis Millionaires, Jody Vorek, and that's going to be a wild one for sure.
Scary Sherry with something of a hometown advantage for the handful of fans she's got anyway. But will it be enough of a factor to push Sherry to a win over the Memphis Millionaires?
And her opponent, from Fontana, California, the Memphis Millionaires, Wicked Jody Vorek.
I'm betting even with Too Short Welfare and Popeye taking the night off, Sherry is going to want to impress the little man with a win over Jody. But I'm fuzzy about whether or not she's going to be able to do it.
I'm thinking the same, Christy. Jody's just been to hot this year, and whatever she's done, dropping a lot of matches hasn't been one of them. And Sherry will have to do her own dirty work without Too Short at ringside. Not that she won't try to.
Well, let her try. Because you know what she's going to? All I know is I'm just so happy to not see that walking pile of monkey crap sitting in her corner.
Wow. Myron. You and GB. GB and Vader and you and Too Short. You guys are just too much sometimes. I think the one thing we are guaranteed is that the absence of Too Short Popeye will guarantee a slightly less dishonest match from Sherry Martel. Jody Warwick definitely looks frosty for this one as Willie Johnson sounds the bell. They come center ring. Hard right. Another. Jody Warwick rounds up Sherry Martel for a rib breaker. Drops her near the corner. Misses with a stomp. Sherry Martel with a right lines up the arm on Jody. Slams her down on the canvas and drops a leg on the arm. Sherry Martel slams Jody's head back to the canvas again. A hard right to the back of the head of Jody. Another hard right, and down she goes again. There's another stomp to the back from Sherry Martel. Sherry Martel looking to do some damage early here, snapping the hands and fingers of the Memphis Millionaires. Oh, man. She's going to go for it a second time. Jody Warwick in a whole lot of pain right here. Sherry Martel starting to show out. Well, I guess I was wrong. Too Short Popeye not being here isn't going to make much of a difference. Only, like I said, a slightly less dishonest match. Jody Warwick try to be in some trouble here. A chokey. But Jody quickly counters, gets back up, a slap across the chest of Sherry Martel. There's a fisherman suplex. Jody Warwick rounds her up again. Gets a hold on her. Whips her right into the referee. Not a casualty though. A hip toss counter from Sherry Martel. And right back into that blatant choke. Trying to rob Jody Warwick of air. Okay. Sherry Martel rounds up Jody again. And one more time slams her head into the canvas. Very aggressive Sherry Martel. Sherry locks it up with Jody. A scorcher to the far right corner, head first into the turnbuckle. A poke to the throat. Sherry goes behind, rear waist lock, rakes the back of Jody Warwick. Locks her up again. Whips her to the ropes. Another hip toss. Sherry flips Jody over and goes for a pin. Only one. Sherry Martel a little bit frustrated. Jody Warwick getting that left shoulder up. There's a stomp to the... Oh, man. A counter, an elbow to the midsection from Jody Warwick. Jody puts Sherry into the corner. There's a clothesline that drops Sherry Martel like a bad habit. The Memphis Millionaires indicating to the fans that she is perfectly okay. She would love to get this win over Sherry Martel, especially in her hometown. There's a driving knee to the arm. Sherry Martel getting her face gouged by Jody Warwick. Could be just about every bit as feral as she can. There's a stomp to the midsection from the Memphis Millionaires. And see what I tell you, she's biting Sherry Martel's hand. Yes, sir. Jody can be just as vicious as she wants. She sets her mind to it. There's a knee into the arm of Sherry Martel. Followed up with a stomp straight to the face. Jody opens up with driving knees into the side of the head of Sherry Martel. Okay. Sherry rounded up by Jody. Jody gets a hold of her. There's another fisherman. Nicely done by the Memphis Millionaires. Sherry Martel out on the apron. Jody Warwick straight laughing at her. Wow, okay. Sherry Martel makes her way back inside the ring. Jody quickly rolling out of the way. That was kind of impressive. Whips Sherry Martel right back out onto the apron. There's a poke to the face. Jody joins Sherry on the outside apron and drops her right on the lip of it. Down goes Sherry Martel to the floor. There's a kick to the head from Sherry Martel to Jody. There's a stomp to the midsection. A kick to the gut as referee Willie Johnson initiates the count. There's a choke again. Definitely trying to rob Jody Warwick of her air. Man. Neither one of these two playing around. Sherry Martel takes herself to the top turnbuckle. Jody Warwick just made the standing position, and here we go. Oh, man. Got some hang time on that double axe handle. And now Sherry Martel proceeding to stomp every available inch of Jody Warwick she can put her feet to. Oh, man. Both these guys playing some serious hardball. Sherry Martel back on the apron again, comes back. Oh, a kick to Jody, and again slams her head right to the floor. And right back to stamping Jody Warwick. Viciously stamping Jody. Oh, man. Sherry Martel just trying to take her apart. Oh, she's mad. Jody Warwick in some trouble here. Now Sherry Martel gathers her back up. Throws her towards the barricades, makes her own way back inside. Referee Willie Johnson continuing to count Jody Warwick. Sherry Martel. Look at this, Jody Warwick indicating to the fans that she is okay and that Sherry Martel has not done any lasting damage, which I'm sure doesn't please Sherry Martel a whole bunch. Sherry comes out, goes back in. Jody Warwick still riding out that count from the referee, taking her time about getting back in, but finally does it. Running crossbody from Sherry Martel to Jody. Clubbing overhand right. Sherry Martel locks Jody up, whips her to the rope. Ooh, nasty jumping neck breaker from Sherry Martel. Kick right to the chest of Jody Warwick. Jody. Caught in a leg lock here. Referee checking it out, but Jody shoves her away with one boot. Gets back up. Got one hard right from Sherry. The chop across the chest. Oh, now these two are going to start trading shots. This is going to get really nasty. Sherry Martel and Jody Warwick just taking slugs at each other. Jody counters. Sherry counters. Man. Well, they match these two are turning in, huh? A hard right from Jody Warwick. A chop across the chest of Sherry Martel, and a double chop takes Jody down to the count. Jody in the far left corner finally getting to a standing position here. As Sherry Martel gets a hold of her. Runs her up for a scoop slam. Takes herself up to the middle rope. Makes the dive. There's the crossbody one more time. Sherry Martel cover. 1, 2. Shut up. Sherry Martel picking herself up a rare win over the Memphis Millionaires.
Here's the time, 6 minutes and 35 seconds. And your winner, Sherry Martel.
I can tell you guys exactly what happened here. Jody Warwick, by all rights, should have won this match. But because Sherry Martel didn't have Too Short standing at ringside bringing her bad luck, that's how she got the win.
That's got to be about the wildest theory I've ever heard, Myron. But nonetheless, Jody Warwick taking a rare loss to Sherry Martel in her hometown. Oh, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back with more RWL Holiday Road in just a minute.
Well, a few months ago, Ox Baker shocked RWL fans by taking the Mid-Atlantic title from Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, and Mr. Orndorff has made a major test of himself in Ox Baker's life, and tonight, the rematch for the Mid-Atlantic Championship between Mr. Wonderful and Ox Baker.
The following match, set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit, is for the RWL Mid-Atlantic Championship.
Ox Baker may have succeeded in getting the Mid-Atlantic title away from Orndorff, but it has had its effect on the Ox, with Orndorff showing up unannounced during Baker's matches to deliver an impromptu beating Ox wasn't expecting. It's kept Baker looking over his shoulder a little bit more than usual.
Just the same, both the Grand Wizard and Ox Baker are saying with their whole chest that Orndorff's not getting the Mid-Atlantic belt back tonight. But given Orndorff's repeated attacks on the Ox, they didn't exactly sound convincing to me.
Seems like Orndorff's got a new strategy, which goes, every time I lose this title, I'm gonna keep beating the crap out of the guy who took it from me until I can get it back.
He did exactly the same thing to Stone Cold Steve Austin when the Texas Rattlesnake held the Mid-Atlantic briefly earlier this year. And it did work. And now Ox Baker's experiencing the same kind of treatment. I guess it's true. A stupid plan isn't stupid if it works. And Mr. Wonderful's been bringing Ox the headaches ever since.
Oh yeah, Ox Baker's been definitely getting headaches from Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, who'll just come out in his regular street clothes and just whomp on him.
And here is our current Mid-Atlantic champion, Ox Baker, accompanied of course by the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. And Ox Baker, well, he's defended it a couple of times since getting it away from Orndorff, but it seems like every time he wins a match, Orndorff will show up at the end. Sometimes he'll show up at the middle and attack Ox Baker just for no reason at all. Well, not for no reason, you understand what I mean.
I'll add that Ox Baker and the Grand Wizard certainly have not helped their case by delaying this rematch with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, which has only resulted in making Orndorff all the more angry and all the more determined to get that title back.
You know, it's funny to me to think, Dandy Don, that while the Mid-Atlantic title is considered a minor championship, a junior championship, it's also been one of the most heavily contested.
Yeah, contested by Orndorff on a frequent basis.
The challenger from Orlando, Florida, weighing 256 pounds, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. His opponent, along with the Grand Wizard of Wrestling from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 302 pounds, the RWL Mid-Atlantic Champion, Ox Baker.
Well, Orndorff has made a big enough best of himself to Ox Baker that, well, here we go. Let's see if he can get that title back. Willie Johnson rings the bell. Orndorff charges, misses the crossbody. Ox Baker rounds him up hard right to the head. Takes him down on that. Ox Baker driving shots into the head of Paul Orndorff. Orndorff catches an elbow to the right. Ox Baker sets him up. One arm slams him. Oh, man. The Ox catches an elbow to the lower abdomen from Orndorff. He sure felt that one. Mr. Wonderful gouges the eyes on Ox Baker. Mr. Wonderful with a vertical suplex. The Ox laid out on the canvas here as Orndorff tries to unscrew that big old head off the neck of Ox Baker. Slams him down the canvas. And Mr. Wonderful really starting to lay in to the Mid-Atlantic champion here. Knuckles to the side of the temple. Ox clutching his head. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff catches a double axe handle from the Ox. He moves in. They lock up. Orndorff with a large shot to the midsection. Ox Baker whipped towards the corner. Orndorff countered by Ox Baker with an elbow. They lock up. Ox whipped to the far left corner. There's a clothesline from Orndorff. Down goes the Ox, and here's a pin attempt. One. Nope. Not even a one, huh? Okay. Hard kick to the back from Orndorff to the Ox. Ox Baker rolls all the way to the outside. Mr. Wonderful takes himself to the top turnbuckle over here, and here we go. Oh, man. Death from above, 10 feet up. A big crossbody from Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. He misses his chop. Ox Baker counters with a short clothesline. Rounds him back up. Kick to the midsection from Orndorff. Orndorff pitches Ox towards the barricades. Look at this, Mr. Wonderful. trying to quiet the crowd here. Good luck with that one. Ox Baker shoves him away. Both boots, quickly gets back up on his feet. An overhand right to the back of Mr. Wonderful. Orndorff catches an elbow, a right, a chop, and a drop kick from Ox that takes him down to the floor. Another hard shot to the midsection, this time going to Orndorff. A gouge to the eyes from the Ox, and another clothesline. Orndorff follows it up with yet another clothesline. The referee continuing to count here. These guys do not care. There's a gouge to the eyes. Orndorff driven into the barricades. Ox Baker rounds him back up again, decides he's going to take himself back inside the ring and let the referee continue to count. And maybe he's counting on a count out, but it's not going to happen. Orndorff's already shaking it off, and he's on his way back inside. Orndorff catches a kick to the midsection from Ox Baker. Another clothesline takes Orndorff down, and here's another pin. One. Not even a one again. Now, it's going to be a while before we see a pinfall here. Big elbow across the back of the head of Paul Orndorff, who rolls to the outside, indicating to the fans that Ox Baker didn't do too much. Sure, Ox Baker didn't appreciate that. The Ox, oh, he didn't. He's stepping outside after Orndorff. A chop across the chest, a kick to the midsection. Goes behind, German suplex. Ox Baker catches a kick, a stomp to the back. Ox counters with a kick to the head of Orndorff. Orndorff counters with a kick of the head to Ox. Well, man. Orndorff makes his way back inside the ring. He is keen. He's going up topside again. Another crossbody off the top turnbuckle of Ox Baker. He won't be able to take too many much more of those. And right back on the attack again. Twisting the head and neck of the Ox as the referee continues to count. And the Grand Wizard continues to look on. A knee to the head from Ox Baker counters Orndorff, quickly taken down to the floor. And a set of hard right hands to the head. Mr. Wonderful slow to get back up here as the Ox takes himself back inside. Orndorff follows him on in. Ox Baker doing a little showboating here, and he's caught in an abdominal stretch. Again, he won't get a submission with that, but he is definitely going to wear the Ox down. And Orndorff's already busted open and bleeding. He is determined to get that title back. A hip toss from the Ox. Ox Baker tries for the bear hug, but catches a set of knuckles right to the forehead from Mr. Wonderful. Orndorff puts on the brakes. A forearm to the Ox, goes behind on him. Belly to back suplex from Mr. Wonderful, who's been going. He's constant, frequent flyer miles here. And Mr. Wonderful, who's been going air a lot on the Ox. Oh, man, flying punch. Takes the Ox down. Mr. Wonderful now stalking Ox Baker. Puts a hold on him. Oh, quickly countered into a back body drop by Ox Baker. The Grand Wizard applauding his approval. Ox Baker with a clothesline. Takes down Orndorff. Orndorff swings and misses. Rebounds off the ropes. Catches a back body drop from the Ox. Ox Baker with a spine buster to Paul Orndorff. That's a combination and a half. 1, 2. Nope. Still not enough. Orndorff kicking out of the pin, but Ox Baker looks like he's ready to finish things up here. Here we go. The hard punch. That could be the end of it right there. Here's the cover. 1, 2. Orndorff kicking out, and Ox Baker is, he's mad. Wow. Ox Baker goes right back to work. A set of shots to Mr. Wonderful. And a belly-to-belly suplex. A stomp right to the midsection, right in front of the Grand Wizard. Winds up the elbow. There's one right across the head of Mr. Wonderful. Orndorff rolls to the feet of the Grand Wizard on the outside. Ox Baker's going to go air this time. All the way up, all the way down, drops a knee right into the head of Mr. Wonderful, and he is stunned. Ox Baker catches a sudden kick to the midsection. Orndorff gets a hold of the trunk snap suplex for the Ox on the outside. The Grand Wizard debating whether or not he's going to get directly involved. Probably not. Ox Baker rolls back inside the ring. Oh, Orndorff has made a major pest of himself in Ox Baker's world. And now he's paying for it. Ox Baker Rounded up. There's a rib breaker from Orndorff. Orndorff covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Too many near falls in this bad boy. Ox Baker kicking out of that one. Orndorff urging him to get back up. There's swing and a miss with the clothesline. Ox Baker misses with the drop kick. Orndorff nails the drop kick, and down goes the Ox center ring. Mr. Wonderful with a clothesline to Ox Baker, a second one. Here comes Ox. Orndorff puts on the brake, sweeps the leg, takes him down. And the crowd's going nuts, man. Yes, they are, and they're liking what they're seeing so far. Man, Orndorff with a stomp to the midsection. A set of rest to the side of the head of Ox Baker. And Orndorff getting ready to go there yet again. Oh, man, elbow drop off the top. Here's another pin. 1, 2, 3. Well, that one paid off. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff is once again the Mid-Atlantic champion.
Here's the time. 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Your winner and the new Mid-Atlantic champion, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
And so begins yet another run as Mid-Atlantic champion for Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, and God help the next person who takes it away from him, because they're going to be going through hell. Ladies and gentlemen, when we return, our main event tag team matchup, the Road Warriors versus the Brothers of Destruction. Don't you go away.
This evening's Holiday Road main event, a Legends Division tag team match, not to be believed. Animal and Hawk, the Road Warriors, set to face Kane, the Big Red Machine, and the RWL World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction.
Tonight's main event, a Legends Tag Team match, one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Chicago, Illinois, at a combined weight of 575 pounds, here are Hawk and Animal, the Road Warriors.
We'll talk about your headlining marquee matchup. Hawk and Animal, former Legends Tag Team Champions several times over, set to face Kane and the World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker. Myron, how did you put this one together?
That was easy. We needed a big match for the main event. So I went around, I asked a few people. The Road Warriors, you know they're never afraid of anybody. They said, oh, Kane and The Undertaker, sure, we'll take a shot. And who knows? They could probably be the only people in the whole planet Earth that could take down the Brothers of Destruction. If anyone could. Don't look at me, I got nothing to say. You guys go ahead without me for a minute.
Kane and The Undertaker. Of course, the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and the World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker, who has been enjoying a very successful reign as World Heavyweight Champion. And up so far, the... All right, then.
Their opponents at combined weight of 630 pounds, Kane and the RWL World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction.
Kane and The Undertaker making their way out here. The Undertaker sporting the RWL World Heavyweight Championship, which he picked up in November when American Supreme Matt Clark retired.
Yeah, but he's been having a pretty good time as World Heavyweight Champion. And tonight he's got his brother along to this main event match with the Road Warriors. And there's just no telling who's going to win this one. You can forget about trying to pick a winner here.
What the hell? I can only be wrong after all. But I'm saying the Brothers of Destruction are a little more likely to get the pin or tap out on the Road Warriors.
You know, it just occurred to me that we haven't even seen Undertaker since he and Lex Luger destroyed the ring at Rage in the Dead Man's last main event matchup.
Well, Myron, you damn sure delivered a great main event's going to be Hawk and Kane starting things off. As Willie Johnson sounds the bell, and off we go. Hawk. Oh, Kane puts on the brakes, delivers a shot to Hawk. A left, all right. He's got him up over the shoulders like a sack of rice and slams him down to the canvas. Kane beating his feet on the Mississippi mud. turns it over to the dead man, the World Heavyweight Champion, The Undertaker. The Undertaker moves in on Hawk and starts trying to twist his head off like a bottle cap. I'd be surprised if he picked him up and drank out of his neck. Ugh. Here's a cover right away. One. That wasn't going to work. There's Road Warrior Hawk in there. Come on, man. The Undertaker with a right, a kick, another kick, and an overhand right to the back of Hawk. Undertaker rounds him up again. Hawk puts on the brakes, tags him with the right, tags him with the second one. Locks it up. Undertaker whip to the ropes and catches a back body drop from Road Warrior Hawk, and Hawk going for a cover. One. Not even a one. There'll be a lot of frequent pins in this one. Road Warrior Hawk gets a hold of the Undertaker, vertical suplex. The Road Warriors and some problems here right away. The Undertaker kicks him down, and here comes Kane. Again. Kane with a kitchen sink knee to the gut to Road Warrior Hawk. Animal's desperate to get in there. A low drop kick to Hawk from Kane. Kane slams the arm to the canvas and starts raining right hands on the head of Road Warrior Hawk. Not used to seeing the Road Warriors get physically abused like this. Here comes the Undertaker again. The Brothers of Destruction, well versed in tag team action. Here's a kick to the head from Hawk. The Undertaker rounds him up for a bear hug. How about this? Willie Johnson checking the situation out, but I don't think Hawk's going to be tapping out. I told you. Animal right there to spoil the party. And Hawk disengages himself from the Undertaker. A clothesline takes the Taker down in their corner. Hawk eyeballing Kane, but not making a move. Undertaker quickly back up. Locks it up with the Undertaker. Hawk with the arm around the neck. Got a hold of the trunks. Has him up for the long suplex, but no. Undertaker with a chop block to the knee. And quickly going for a cover. One. Nope. No dice. Ain't even getting a one count on these. A knee to the side of the head as Kane is brought in on the tag again. Hawk might really want to think about tagging out at this point. He's been taking a lot of punishment for the last 3 minutes just about. Kane with a kick to the leg of Hawk. He rolls to the outside. Kane takes himself to the top turnbuckle. Look at this here. Changes his mind on the high risker and turns it over to the Undertaker instead. Hawk shakes it off. Undertaker rolls to the outside after him. Hawk rolls himself back inside, gets a hold of the Undertaker, catches a kick to the midsection, and what a flying forearm from the dead man. A knee to the back of the head of Hawk. The Undertaker rounds up Hawk again, gets a hold on him. Hawk counters with elbows to the midsection. Might be a good time to leave. There's a clothesline to the dead man, seated in the corner. Road Warrior Hawk gets a hold of him by the ankles, alley-oops him up out of the corner. And now starts going to work on a downed Undertaker. That was this parting shot as he turns it over pretty wisely to Road Warrior Animal. Catches a running boot to the face from the Undertaker. Hawk rolls out of it. Undertaker, counter. Here's a kick to the gut from Animal. Overhand right to the Undertaker. Hawk rounds him up again. A set of body shots and a headbutt takes the dead man down to the mat. Here comes Animal again. Maybe a little bit too soon. Undertaker back to a standing position. Here's a running DDT from Road Warrior Hawk. Road Warrior Hawk gets a hold of the Undertaker. Another vertical suplex. The Road Warriors all power moves all day. Undertaker rolls to the outside. Hawk steps over the steps and another running DDT out there on the floor, but the referee already counting. Animal watching as Hawk tags the Undertaker with an overhand right and a boot to the face. Might get involved himself. A right, a left, a kick to the gut to the Undertaker, a clubbing overhand right, and right back down to the floor we go. The Undertaker brought back up to a standing position by Hawk, who takes himself back inside the ring. Animal, I knew he was going to do that. Rolls the Undertaker back inside the ring. Kane counters Hawk. Hawk rounds up the Undertaker again. Leads him to the corner. Smashes his head into the turnbuckle. Here comes Animal on the tag and a double team incoming. A boot right to the face of the Undertaker and down he goes. As Animal takes over for the Road Warriors. Another flying forearm from the Undertaker to Animal. Animal slammed down to the mat. The Undertaker gathers him up. Lines up the arm on Animal. Takes a little walk with him, and you know what's coming next. Little bit of old school, the dead man walking the top rope. Nobody does it like the dead man. There's a shot to the shoulder to Road Warrior Animal. The Undertaker goes for the cover, but Road Warrior Hawk right there to break it up and save the match for his team. The Undertaker rounds up Animal again. Rounds him. Here we go. It is Tombstone time. Oh, man. And Animal caught the whole Tombstone pile driver. Here's another pin. 1, 2, but again, Hawk right there to break it up. The Undertaker follows up with a rolling elbow to the chest of Animal. Animal rolls to the outside. Undertaker follows him on out. Referee Willie Johnson already counting the Undertaker. Taking his sweet time about things. Decides to go back after Animal. Animal with the upper hand tags him with an overhand right. A second one takes him down to the floor. The Undertaker rounded up by Animal. Hurled into the ring steps. And he caught all them corners. Road Warrior Animal rounds up the Undertaker again. Hurls him towards his side of the ring. His team's side of the ring, excuse me. Animal makes his way back inside. Referee Willie Johnson continuing to count the Undertaker, who is absolutely... Oh, here we go. He started to get up. The tag is made. Hawk takes out Kane at his tag corner. A running boot to the face of the Undertaker. Undertaker slams Hawk face down into the canvas. Whoa, a threat right there to Road Warrior Animal. The Undertaker gets a hold of the trunks, has him up vertical suplex in retaliation for the ones he's already gotten. Here's another cover. 1, 2. Well, now. It's like I said, going to be a lot of near falls in this one. A stomp to the back from the Undertaker. The leg drop doesn't find the mark. Hawk misses with the drop kick. Undertaker countered by Hawk with an elbow. A hard right spins Hawk around. Undertaker goes behind on him and just pitches him halfway across town. Hawk counters with a kick to the head of the Undertaker. Hawk slowly rounds up the dead man, gets a hold on him. Leads him to the Road Warrior's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle goes the Undertaker. Here's a tag to Animal. And a double team incoming. A tag punch right to the ribs of the Undertaker. Animal whips him over the top rope out onto the floor, just missing the corner by a couple of inches. Undertaker slowly getting back up. Animal goes after Kane in his tag corner. Undertaker makes it back inside the ring. A clothesline from Animal takes him down. The Undertaker catches an arm snap from Animal. Undertaker flipped over by Animal. A kick to the leg. And the momentum has finally shifted from the Brothers of Destruction to the Road Warriors. It had to happen sooner or later. Animal leads the Undertaker to the corner, head first into the turnbuckle. He goes, and here's Hawk again on the tag. Another double team coming up. Double axe handle to the arm of the Undertaker as Hawk takes over for the Road Warriors. The clothesline takes the Undertaker down. Hawk going for the pin here, but Kane right there to break it up. Wow. What a tag team match we got going here in our main event. A chop. The Undertaker quickly counters. Escorts Hawk towards the ropes. Here's a whip to the ropes. The Undertaker misses his grapple. Dodges a kick. Hawk dodges a punch. Tags the Undertaker with a right. He's got him up over the shoulders, and head first into the turnbuckle goes the dead man. Hawk rounds him up one more time. The Undertaker, refusing to go into that corner, delivers elbows to Hawk instead. Gets a hold on Hawk, scoop slams him down. Rebounds it off the ropes, a leg drop right across the throat of Road Warrior Hawk. The Undertaker gets a hold on him, gets a hold on the trunks, has him up. But the vertical suplex countered by Hawk, and whoa, what a bulldog from Road Warrior Hawk. He runs back towards his corner, but no, he's not done yet. Here comes Kane. This is going to be bad. Running DDT from the Big Red Machine to Road Warrior Hawk. As Hawk crawls slowly towards his corner, here comes Animal on the tag. Kane turns his attention to Animal. Animal fails to connect with the running kick. Another overhand right to Animal from Kane. The Big Red Machine with a spinning neckbreaker. For Road Warrior Animal, this match now halfway over, and still no sign of a winner. A running DDT from Road Warrior Animal. A low drop kick to the back of Kane. Kane rolls to the outside. Animal takes himself to the top turnbuckle. Oh, look out now. Double axe handle right across the top of the head of the Big Red Machine. Now Road Warrior Animal with another arm snap to Kane. Referee Willie Johnson urging him to get back inside, but he has no control over these people. Ain't no way. Animal with a double choke lift and a double choke toss to Kane. The referee continues to count as Kane is driven into the ring steps by Animal. A running elbow drop across the lower back of the Big Red Machine. Animal rounds him back up again. Takes himself back inside the ring. Kane shakes it off. Animal goes back outside, catches a shot from Kane. That was probably not a good idea. A knee right to the skull from the Big Red Machine to Animal. Animal counters with a shot to the midsection of Kane. Gets a hold on him. Finally gets him back inside the ring. Animal steps through the ropes. Kane back to a standing position. Rounds up Animal up over the shoulders. Fireman's carry hangs him up the top rope, and down goes Animal. Kane countered by Animal. Animal quickly back up on his feet. Kane laid out. Animal's gonna go for another pin. One. Not even a one again. Wow. Animal on the top turnbuckle. Kane already back in. It's too late for the high risk. Knee to the midsection from Animal. Kane being rounded up for a powerbomb, but a counter into a back body drop for Road Warrior Animal as Kane starts beating his feet on the Mississippi mud again. Kane setting it up. Low drop kick to the side of the head of Animal. And here comes The Undertaker again. Road Warrior Animal stuck up in his corner as The Undertaker moves in on him. Hard whip to opposing team's corner. There's another clothesline and a cheap shot from Kane. Down goes Road Warrior Animal. And again, the momentum has shifted towards the Brothers of Destruction. The Undertaker with a military press slam to Road Warrior Animal as Kane is brought in. Animal's laid out near the corner. A stomp to the chest from Kane. Another low drop kick to the side of the head. The Brothers of Destruction cooking on all cylinders right now. Undertaker comes back in again. Animal in big trouble. Rolling elbow across the chest from The Undertaker. The dead man takes himself to the outside. Animal steps out and back in for a reset. So does The Undertaker. They lock up. Animal setting it up for the vertical suplex on The Undertaker. Measuring at 320 pounds. And whoa! Beautifully executed vertical suplex, but Animal is running out of gas. You can see it right there. Undertaker slowly back up to a standing position. We know what that means, and Animal's in some serious deep kimchi. Clubbing overhand right to Animal as Kane takes over. Animal again slow to get himself stood up. Another spinning neckbreaker from the Big Red Machine. Kane rolls him over, covers, hooks the leg. 1, 2. As close to a near fall as we have had so far in this matchup. Kane displaying a little bit of frustration here. Road Warrior Animal gathered back up again by the Big Red Machine. Escorted towards the Brothers of Destruction's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle goes Animal. He counters with an elbow, catches a cheap shot from The Undertaker. Kane goes behind on him, delivers a shot to the back, whips him to the ropes. Tilt to World Slam from the Big Red Machine. The Undertaker brought back in again. Frequent tags and a lot of hard hits. Road Warrior Animal definitely needs to tag out, and soon. Big cross body off the middle rope from the dead man. Undertaker covers, hooks the leg, but Hawk right there to break it up one more time. And the Undertaker did not appreciate it. Animal counters the Undertaker, delivers the shot to the back, a running boot that doesn't take the Undertaker down. Undertaker whipped to the ropes, and a power slam from Road Warrior Hawk. Here's another pin. 1. Kane breaks it up. Oh, man. Less than 5 minutes to go in this match. And still no sign of a winner. All the way up off the top turnbuckle. Here comes Animal. Misses with the crossbody. Undertaker catches him with a running boot to the face. Animal gathered back up again. Undertaker lines up the arm, but is countered by Hawk. A hard right to the back of the Undertaker. Undertaker escorted to the Road Warrior's corner, head first into the turnbuckle. Here comes Road Warrior Hawk, and another double team. A boot right to the face of the Undertaker, and he is taken down. Road Warrior Hawk trying to turn this one around for his team. A kick to the midsection to the Undertaker. Sets up the falling neckbreaker and nails it. The Undertaker in some bad shape right here. Here's a pin. One. Kane. One more time right there to break it up. Road Warrior Hawk starting to display a little frustration himself. All the way up on the top turnbuckle. Kane. Oh! Undertaker taken down with a flying shoulder. Here's another pin from Hawk. But Kane right there to break that one up too. Wow. We may be looking at another time limit draw here, folks. Hawk with a kick to the midsection. The Undertaker puts on the brakes, delivers a forearm, delivers a shot to the back. Gets a hold of Road Warrior Hawk. Has him up. Sidewalk slams him. As the Undertaker beats it out of town and turns it back over to Kane again. Road Warrior Hawk laid out near the corner. Kane rolls to the outside. For what purpose, I'm not sure. Going all the way up top. Hawk catches the crossbody off the top. Here's another pin. 1, 2. Another near fall. With just a little over 3 minutes to go, man. Here's a shot to the midsection from Road Warrior Hawk to Kane. A hard shot to the midsection from Hawk. Hawk has him up over the shoulders. Takes a walk with him towards the corner. Snake Eyes drops him head first into the turnbuckle. Down goes Kane. Hawk driving a knee into the throat of the Big Red Machine. Animal's laid out, not even at his tag corner. You know what that means? That means that despite Hawk's success right here, the advantage still presently in the hands of the Brothers of Destruction. But Kane's starting to lose some ground here as Animal starts tossing him around, ragdolling him. Hawk with another neckbreaker to Kane, and Kane is laid out. Hawk with a kick to the midsection, sets him up for another one, but Kane says, oh no you don't. A chop across the throat of Animal. Kane gets a hold on him, has him up, and there's a backbreaker and a vicious one too. Kane turns it back over to the Undertaker again. Hawk back up on his feet. Undertaker misses with the running kick. Road Warrior Hawk gonna set up the Undertaker for another vertical suplex. Has him all the way up and nails it. Road Warrior Hawk back up on his feet first. The Undertaker laid out near the corner, using the ropes to get himself stood up, and here comes Animal again on the tag. Undertaker standing center ring waiting for him. A right, a second, a third, staggering Road Warrior Animal. Undertaker gets a hold of him, whips him to the ropes, misses the grapple, collides with Animal, locks up again. Animal escorted to the Brother of Destruction corner, head first into the turnbuckle goes Animal. Here comes Kane on the tag one more time, and oh man, we are so running out of time. Off the middle rope, double axe handle from the Big Red Machine. Kane with the goozle. Here we go. Animal caught and set up for the choke slam to hell. And here's another pin. 1, 2, 3. That is going to do it. The Brothers of Destruction picking up the win over the Road Warriors. Let's go get the official time.
What a matchup that was.
Here's the time, 19 minutes and 2 seconds, and your winners, Kane and The Undertaker.
Main events don't get much more exciting than that. The Brothers of Destruction picking up a buzzer beater to end all possible buzzer beaters. All possible buzzer beaters, picking up an amazing win over Hawk and Animal in this main event matchup at Holiday Road. The Undertaker and Kane wrapping this one up. Kane with the choke slam to Road Warrior Animal that put the end on this one, the exclamation point if you like, and that was gonna do it.
Well, all right, gang, we hope you've enjoyed our gift to you this evening's Holiday Road special. Thanks for supporting RWL and for following the channel. We're going to be back on Saturday night with the latest edition of RWL Snarl in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we'd sure love for you to be there. For the whole RWL crew and myself, Hangman Take Lynch, thanks, good night, and we're going to see you Saturday night at Snarl. Don't you miss it. Night, folks.